The internet has provided what would be everyday people the means to exemplify their personality or interests out onto a global stage where potentially millions can observe, however weird they might be. A positive example that comes to mind is the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. It's literally just a father, sometimes alone, sometimes with his family, going out into the wilderness and doing various survival challenges. He's completely blown up, deservedly so. However, in others this can prove to be terrible for the human psyche. When one's presence online becomes their entire being to the point at which they don't exist anymore as an individual, but rather as a character for people to observe, not all too different from one you would see in fictional media. A perfect example for this are the OnlyFans girls, who exist almost only online as people to be adored for all the wrong reasons. I don't think the gooners who watch them actually care about them in and of themselves, rather just the pleasure that they can feel when they watch. And of course, this is all for the money. Now, even if you aren't terminally online like myself, I think most young people who are at least familiar with the current internet are aware of what OnlyFans is. But somehow, if you aren't, OnlyFans is a website on which content creators produce videos that can be accessed by their fans via a monthly subscription. And when I say content creators, what I mean is porn. Now, look, apparently not all of OF is porn, like 70% is considered an SFW and the rest is like fitness tutorials or some crap. In fact, funny little side note, the voice actor for John Marston, Rob Weedoff, started his own OF page where he just works out. But, dude, could you imagine that?
We need money! You dumb fool! Money! Or we are dead! We are all dead!
I have an OnlyFans page. I do. And the link is in the bio. And if you subscribe, it's going to cost you $5 a month.
That is kind of brilliant. For you. And that is a real idea. I think that's the first time you ever had one of them.
The point being is that OnlyFans is pretty much synonymous with pornography. That and another 70% of the creators on the site are women, while the consumers/subscribers to the content are mostly men. That being said, these women have to be able to sell their own product, which obviously entails advertising, and they really do advertise. I'll be doing my daily 7-hour Instagram doom scroll until every now and then I'll come across a video of a woman scantily dressed with an attention-grabbing caption. I then go to the comments and see something along the lines of "OnlyFans detected, opinion rejected." So then I'll look at the chick's bio and see a link to her link tree where she tells me I can access her spicy photos for the low price of $9.99 a month. Or I'll see a corny meme in the top comment of some girl talking about some "am I flexible enough for you?" Like, dog, I don't know, you tell me. But awesome. Porn links on my racism app. It's gotten to the point to where you can tell who an OF girl is like 3 seconds in. Look at this, it's like a game for me now. I can just see the reel, check the bio, into the link tree, and yep, there it is. That wasn't hard. And none of this is really new either though. In fact, on Twitter, or X, it's apparently even worse. These girls are everywhere in every dead comment section on that website. And I remember enough about my days on Twitter to know that moderation there is more lax than it is on Instagram, so if anything, it's likely worse. But speaking of depravity, let's talk about Jack Doherty. Now, I can make a much longer video about this guy alone, but for the sake of this video, we're really going to be focusing on his ring of girls who he kind of like e-pimps online. So basically, all these girls work for or are at least associated with Jack. They make their adult content, and this absolute stud of a man gets his cut, and I guess he like promotes them in return or something. Check out this video, for example. He's got the little floaty prime bottle to catch the attention of his little 5-year-old audience, and he's filling it up with air to make it explode. Which is, I know, it's like riveting content, but here with him are 2 OF girls in bikinis, and you might be asking, well, how do you know that they're OF girls? They could just be... Because he literally says it.
And then I have to get an OF girl, and I have to swap OF girl.
Yeah, so despite this video having absolutely nothing to do with OnlyFans, Jack still seems to think it's necessary to point out that his affiliates here are porn stars. And this isn't just one video, it's all over his page. It's like we have a Super Smash Bros. Thing going on here, but instead of Nintendo characters, it's like the Ethot multiverse. And every time you open the comments on one of these shorts, you'll always see this exact bot comment. So again, go to the Instagram, open the bio, and there it all is. Now the real kicker is that if you're familiar with Jack's content, you'll know that the main demographic being reached here is literally just kids. Because, I mean, let's be real, if you're above the age of 18 and you're watching this crap, then there's no saving you. You're genuinely just a bot, dude. Like, you desperately need to go for a hike in nature or something, man. Like, detox from the web for your own sake. But anyway, let's focus our attention on this one girl, Camila Arujo. would it be like Arujo? I have no, I could care less. I think this last name's already been disgraced enough. Anyway, this sociopath uses her real, underaged, and as far as I'm concerned, biological little brother to sell her body online. And that is just so mind-blowingly backwards, dude. Basically, just like Jack's content, they just put together some stupid little skit. I'm 95% sure none of these are genuine interactions. But they do these videos where the punchline, the attention getter, is the quote-unquote joke of a little brother who is pretty much biologically programmed to look up to his older sibling, coming to terms with that same older sibling selling her body online for millions to see. And it looks like they try to change the format or something, because in some of these he's mad and whatever, and then the next one he's at freaking Disney World and all cool with it. And then it's got like all the little brain rot slop sound effects and the stupid AI text to speech for the deaf audience, I guess. It's all very fake, and you can like feel the layers of slop in these videos, and it just genuinely disgusts me. Better yet, look at this Desmond Benjamin type of video with her in some skimpy clothes at Target with a little girl who can't be possibly older than 6, where at the end she gets the girl to tell the audience to subscribe. And yes, while there's no mention of an OnlyFans in this video, it's plugged in pretty much every single other. And again, this isn't on Instagram or even TikTok, this is on YouTube Shorts, which are practically known for being full of children. That and these videos are not just slipping through the cracks, no, they're receiving tens of millions of views. However, just like with Instagram, it's the exact same process. So what I'm trying to get at here is that it seems that these creators have no problem using children to get views, which is inevitably going to include more children and then funneling them to pornography. That, and it doesn't look like YouTube has done anything about it. Now I know that it's unlikely any kid is going to get up to this point and then be able to pay for the OnlyFans without a parent figuring out and probably meeting them, but just think hypothetically here, what if one were to try to search something like Camilla Arujo OnlyFans free or something? I mean, you know how kids get for some Robux, so you can never be so sure. Now listen, I'm just using my imagination here, but can you kinda see how something like that could play out for a young child? How messed up is it that the things that millions of kids are seeing are at least making them aware of this type of content? And this isn't just some kind of fear-mongering conspiracy because I just hate Jack Doherty that much. No, the reality is that kids are and have been being exposed to pornography before they've even reached their teenage years. And yes, I do realize that this was starting to be true before the OF age came about like it is now. However, I can't imagine that videos like this are making the situation any better. And what's gotta be the most depraved part is that it's like they have to know what they're doing. As I said earlier, these videos are just littered with all the brain rot stuff that they know catches the attention of little kids. Like the little buy what you want videos and the inflating little prime bottles. Like, what adult would this appeal to besides one already addicted to porn? And now to end this video out, we're gonna go as deep down the OF rabbit hole as I think that we can get, just to show off how bad this really gets and what I feel is only gonna continue getting worse if nothing is done. So about a month ago, another OnlyFans girl named Lily Phillips embarked on a grand journey, not to climb Mount Everest or sail across the world, no. She set out to sleep with 100 men in 24 hours. Because that's what real liberation looks like right there. So she actually does it and then breaks down crying, talking about how robotic the whole experience made her feel. And yeah, I feel bad I guess, but it sounds about right if you're literally gonna let 100 people have virtually full access to your entire being, and in a single day. Wow, it's like widespread sexual degeneracy has its psychological consequences. Who would have thought? And somehow, if that wasn't backwards enough, a few weeks ago we had another OF girl, Bonnie Blue, who apparently slept with 10 times that amount in 12 hours. You know those speedrunning documentaries where the guy's going over every major time the world record was beat for any given game? That's how I feel right now, but instead of talking about who can beat, like Super Mario 64 the fastest, it's which ethot can sleep with the most dudes in any given amount of time. But let's take a step back and consider the logic of this whole stunt. She apparently was with 1,057 dudes in 12 hours. Assuming that they just went straight through with no breaks whatsoever, that means that each dude got about 41.5 seconds with this chick. And so even if they took so little as one 5-minute break in that entire span of time, it's even less. Like, bro, there's no way you're that down bad. Like, I think I'm more sorry for these guys than I am for this chick. There really is just like so much more that could be talked about in regards to OnlyFans and with sex work, but if we did talk about that, we'd be here for a lot more than 10 minutes. I know it's honestly pretty funny how I just went from posting crappy gaming content with a few buddies to this, but it is something that I have felt strongly about for a long time. And like I said at the beginning of the video here on YouTube, I have that outlet to talk about it. Also, while we don't exactly have a huge audience, if there's any demographic that I know would be reached by this type of content, it would be young dudes like myself. And that same group is definitely the biggest victim of widespread sexual degeneracy, especially right here on the internet. So really, I'm just looking out for you guys, and you guys, you don't gotta thank me, my dear 20 or so subs. But anyway, I gotta wrap this up, so do the like and subscribe thing, comment, tell me I'm an idiot, tell me I'm awesome, or whatever, and take care.